Tonight's headlines are brought to you in part by Coldwell Energy and McDonald's.
Half a day to your Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Adriana Cotero.
And I'm Lanny Walker. Thanks for tuning in to our Thursday edition of the Pacific Mini Games.
Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
The last weight was dropped as the weightlifting competition comes to a close. And also tonight, NMI Beach Volleyball bumps into the semifinals. And the NMI Athletics team tracks a silver.
Marianas, rise up to the challenge! June 17th through June 25th, the Northern Marianas will be hosting the NM Pacific Mini Games 2022. Athletics, badminton, baseball, beach volleyball, golf, tennis, triathlon, va'a, and weightlifting. Visit northernmarianas2022.com and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks to the Tensulin Foundation, Joe Tendada Foundation, T Galleria, Docomo Pacific, ITNE, NMC, Elan Group, Marpac, Fish Sky Scuba Charter, Atkins Kroll, Glorified City Limit, McDonald's, Mobile, Triple J, NM Tech, and Bank of Guam.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Cool off this summer with McDonald's Minute Maid Slushies. Try the new Tropical Mango or returning favorite, Strawberry Watermelon, for a limited time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
The final day of the weightlifting competition concluded with Samoa taking home gold for the women's and the Northern Mariana Islands named as the Pacific Mini Games champions for the men's division. Luniara is receiving a golden gift for her golden birthday after competing in the women's 87 kilogram plus category.
Yeah, this is my personal best ever.
Congrats.
Thank you.
She turns 25 on June 25th and today achieved a new personal record, performing a 157 kilogram clean and jerk, that's about 346 pounds, squatted and lifted overhead.
I was nervous because it's the first time I put the record, and also it's a heavyweight. And then I try my best to make my country and also my coach, and especially to us, they come support.
The crowd was definitely supporting the athlete, as she also crushed records.
For me, it's a best ever lifter. It's my first time I break the Oceania and the Pacific record. So I appreciate it. Thanks for God for everything and stronger they giving us and look after us. We're here in Saipan, so appreciate it. Thank you to all Saipan Samoa community. Thank you for all your support. May God bless and hope to see you again.
She now holds the new Pacific Games and Oceania records to beat. The announcers said it right this morning. She wanted to prove she's the best. Samoa's chef de mission was present for the victory.
It's always a great feeling, especially after seeing them training hard to prepare to come here. And especially with having to go through the pandemic like everyone else did. So we've had to adjust our trainings and we didn't have much competition leading up to coming. But we are happy. We are grateful that there are no injuries, but they got their medals.
Samoa also takes home silver medals, coming in second for the same weight category.
Thanks for the competition today. I so proud with me and my support, my coach and my manager and my family support me. Thank you so much for the today compete. Thank you.
As well, the Northern Mariana Islands have some huge wins to celebrate, as the men's 109 kilogram and 109 kilogram plus weight categories dominated the competition. NMI's David Barnhouse placed above Fiji with 116 kilo snatch and a 136 kilo clean and jerk, making for a total of 252 kilos. He is now a Pacific Mini Games champion. Two more NMI athletes received gold medals this afternoon. Jason Lemus competed in the heaviest class for men's 109 kilogram plus, where he scored a 110 snatch and a 150 clean and jerk, totaling 260 kilograms.
I'm more than happy, and I'm just glad that it's finally over. Yeah, all the stress is gone now.
And what was going through your head as you were up there on the platform?
Just get the bar over my head. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
And it's got to be very special winning here in your home for the Pacific Mini Games.
Yes, it's. I can't describe the feeling. I'm just happy.
Coming out in second behind Lemus for the total was NMI's Joey Caliso, who scored one below Lemus at 259 kilograms. However, Caliso's 118 kilo snatch put a gold medal around his neck for that movement. Congratulations to all the weightlifting athletes that compete in the 2022 Pacific Mini Games. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero.
The NMI's men's beach volleyball team went into Thursday's game against New Caledonia undefeated. And spoiler alert, in case you haven't already heard, they continue their winning streak. NMI won the first set 21-16, and no part of the game was boring to say the least, but the battle at the end of the second set was epic.
Mr. back to serve. Second set. Mr. back to serve. New Caledonia ties it up. 21-21 in our second set. Second set. Jonathan, number one, back to serve for New
Johnson back to serve in our second set. Caledonia puts into the net. Missed away for the block. 23-22. Johnson back to serve for the Illinois. Solid play by New Caledonia at the net. Tying this up 23-23. Folks, if you like what you see, make some noise. This is intense. Here in the second set, New Caledonia back to serve. Giving them the lead 24-23 in the second set.
Bien servi.
Johnson serves, Luis for the block. It comes up short, 24-24.
It was so intense that Chef de Mission Bob Coldine couldn't handle the suspense and had to leave and go back to baseball.
Logan Lister looking for the back of the court. That finds the southern part of the island. Gives the point to New Caledonia. We're switching sides. 25-24. Back to serve.
With plenty of support from the home island crowd, Team NMI pushed through in the final set.
Johnson has found fire. 14 serving 8 in this third set. Logan Mister back to serve. And New Caledonia puts up a solid effort. But the NMI is going home with the win in this first 2:30 match, 15-8. Come on, folks, make some noise.
Mr. and Johnson are now in the semifinals and will play Team Tuvalu tomorrow.
That was a tough one. I think it just, it's hot out there and everybody was digging deep to make it happen. And it's outstanding the level of play that we're getting. Just kind of brings everybody up. And you'll see as the competition goes on, it's just going to get more intense.
This is a big game. It's single elimination now, so there was a lot of nerves going in the game, at least for me. But we're out here. We've got a huge fan base. I was super fired up, and you kind of need to be fired up to win. It's whoever's hungrier that's going to take the victory. So, we're just more fired up than they were, and I think that's what got us the win.
All right. And what about you, Logan? How are you feeling out there? You took the win. Are you feeling good?
Feeling good, yeah. They definitely switched things up in the second set, and it made things a little complicated for us, but we ended up figuring it out in the third and took it home.
Reporting for KSPN2, I'm Lanny Walker.
The steeplechase may be one of the most interesting races on the track and field. It's an obstacle course that includes water ditches, jumping over fences, and lots of running. This afternoon, women from the Pacific competed in the 3,000-meter steeplechase. NMI's Denise Myers takes the lead in the first 4 laps, but Papua New Guinea catches up in the 5th and conquers the race. Myers finished the race with a time of 12 minutes and 19 seconds, winning the silver medal, proud to represent the NMI in a fun event.
It was really fun. I love the steeplechase. It's the best race on the track. But it wasn't just me. There were so many people that helped make it possible. There were so many coaches, especially with not having the track. we did so much work, the coaches did, to help make it possible that we could train, and even some of my old high school coaches and college coaches all have been helping out with with my form work. I've been sending videos, and it's just been amazing.
More than 200 tennis matches have been completed so far during the Pacific Mini Games. The semifinals began on Thursday. Bobby Cruz, team captain, can you believe we're at the semifinals?
I can believe it. It's been a very long couple weeks of competition. The team actually started way before the opening ceremony, so I think we definitely feel like we should be wrapping up this event very soon. We feel it in our heart and in our bones and in our muscles. So everyone's taped up and doing their very best, but you can just see that they're in it to win it. Their heart's in it, and they're just giving it everything that they have. So we're staying positive. Yeah.
Absolutely. So Colin had a singles match this morning, and then Isabel and Asia, they played doubles. How did those go?
So Colin did a really great job. I think he struggled through one game, but then otherwise he just regrouped really quickly. And I think he's Colin Sinclair, so it looked like he just increased the height on the ball, added more spin, and just got to being aggressive. And he just wiped the opponent off the court, and his opponent was a very good opponent. So he put forward a really good showing. Wrapped that up, and then the girls took to the court, and that was a tough match. We knew that facing Fiji was going to be a very, very difficult match, that the girls needed to play well. We had a good strategy going into that match, but unfortunately sometimes things happen, and sometimes the team is just better. So the girls are going to reflect on it. Actually, coach is with them right now, sort of walking them through it, and so each loss is hard, but it also comes with just brilliant opportunities to learn and grow. And so this is all going to be cumulative, and it's going to carry on into the next event.
Isabel Hera keeps a positive attitude after the match against Fiji.
It's definitely a long week. It's been a lot of tennis, playing 2 matches every day. It's been a grind, but I'm really happy with the results so far. I had some tough matches throughout the week, but I feel like I learned a lot. Play against a whole bunch of new players that I wouldn't play in the States, so I'm really happy with this experience.
And so we're into the semifinals today, and you just had a match with Asia against Fiji. How'd it go?
Unfortunately, we lost 10-8 in the third set, so it was really close. We were actually down, I believe, 4-9, so we won a couple points in a row. So we're coming back, and then we lost the last point, so we were almost there. It was a tough match. Fiji was good. I am a bit injured, so it hurts like the knee and the shin, so I've been trying to heal with that, but it's been a tough match today.
Hera takes the court again in the afternoon with teammate Colin Sinclair going up against Papua New Guinea.
They're playing Stubbings, who is also a professional class tennis player, and Violet. And so they had a practice match earlier in the week against them. So they're all friends. And it was a very high quality practice match. And I believe that the opponents actually took it. So what's good is that was just practice. So this is where it actually counts, right? So we'll see who can produce the best tennis, who will be the most strategic. But I think that we definitely have the upper hand going into that match.
PNG ends up taking that match 3-6, 6-3, 10-7. So tomorrow, finals, how does the team feel going into that?
Well, we're just sticking together as a team, keeping our routines, staying positive. When we leave the tennis court, we try to just have fun talk about other things that don't involve tennis, and just enjoy each other's company, and then refocus and reset when it's time to do so. So we're going to keep that attitude up. It seems to be working, and we're going to push our workhorses over the finish line, and we're hoping for some medals.
Reporting for KSPN2, I'm Lanny Walker.
The Va'a competition is back on today with a single representative from each country taking on the challenging 16-kilometer distance race that occurs outside the reef. Going the distance, 9 countries paddled deeper into the ocean to compete in the V1 marathon. Tahiti came out on top for both the women's and men's division. The women were first to enter the canoes and complete the race.
I'm very happy to win in Saipan.
Vamiti tells KSPN that she didn't start in the lead. She says for the first 45 minutes, Fiji was in front, but within the first hour, she was able to make a pass and finished exactly 2 minutes before Fiji.
The race was hard. There is a Fijian girl who was good during the race, but after maybe 45 minutes, of course, I take the lead and I win the competition.
And it was also a victorious day for the Tahiti men, as Tuhei Bernardino crossed the finish line nearly 5 minutes ahead of the others.
Good feeling today, safe. Darwin, it's good.
How was the course, the race? Was it hard or?
No, it's okay. Easy.
Easy? Really?
Easy.
Why was it easy?
Because good training. From Tahiti, I good training and I come here today first place.
But trailing not too far behind was New Caledonia, who received a silver medal for his efforts.
Was hard. This section was done with, but on the side was really hard. But yeah, Tahitians are really good on the surf, we know, so I've done my race and I'm happy, yeah. It was a good race.
You weren't far behind. You guys stayed pretty close?
Yeah, pretty close, but as I say, he's good on the surf, I know, so yeah, he's take the distance in the surf and I do my race. I'm happy, yeah.
And it's no surprise that Tahiti is prevailing, as the country is a defending champion. KSPN spoke with Tahiti Va'a Federation Vice President Alfred Mata earlier this week, before being honored with any gold medals.
Bien sûr, on attend donc le moment donc du départ pour qu'on puisse montrer donc à tous les pays que Tahiti est là et que donc Tahiti également veut les aider pour mieux développer donc le VA.
We're waiting for everybody to be at the starting line and to show everybody that Tahiti is here and that Tahiti is ready to also help everyone participating in the games.
The Va'a competition isn't over just yet. The longest marathon is set to occur tomorrow morning with the V6 or 6-member canoes going back outside the reef for the 24-kilometer marathon. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They are an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the Sea Turtle Stranding Hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
My doctor gave me the pills, so they must be safe, right?
If taken exactly as prescribed, short-term use can be safe, but painkillers have real risk. Misusing an opioid painkiller can cause serious harm, including addiction and death, and misuse can happen quite easily. Make sure you never mix them with alcohol, antidepressants, sedatives, or sleep aids. And if you are prescribed an opioid, you need to tell your doctor about any other drugs, including herbal supplements that you are taking. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
It's the opening day for the badminton individuals competition, with 52 players from 7 different countries competing against each other for that gold medal. Now, there are 5 disciplines in this tournament: the men's singles, women's singles, men's doubles, women's doubles, and the mixed doubles. Now, unlike the mixed team event, which was like a round-robin format, this individual competition is a straight knockout. The first 2 rounds were completed today, leaving each quarterfinalist in each discipline. Tomorrow, they will be competing in the quarterfinals that will begin at 10 a.m., followed by the semifinals at 2 p.m. Now tonight, we want to feature an underdog team who brought bravery and courage to this tournament. Let's take a look.
Badminton is not the most popular sport in the Solomon Islands. 18-year-old Joseph Taupuri says he just started playing the sport a few months ago. It's also his first time to compete in a tournament. He says his dream is to be a good player to represent his hometown.
I want to become a top player of the badminton, because in Solomon Islands, badminton is not popular in Solomon Islands. So I want to be the star for the badminton for the Solomon Islands.
He and his team have been training for the past 6 months before coming to the Marianas for the Pacific Mini Games. And although they don't have the proper training, they decided to give it their all.
We don't have good facilities to train. We train only in outdoor. We don't have a proper place to train. So we don't have a chance to. It's our first time to join the competition. So
Thinking Maitaki says he is actually a rugby coach, but badminton has a history in the Solomon Islands, and they wanted to revive back the sport.
So it's a good game to participate in, because it has a history where, though the rules quite changed over the years, but it's still the badminton game. And badminton, it's been played during the colonial times in Solomon Islands also. Most of the colonial people came over to Solomon. They did introduce badminton, the Chinese, the Europeans, the English. So that game, older people, they talk about it. So that's what motivates us to at least we introduce badminton in Solomon.
This year is special to the Solomon Islands, as it's the first time they've had local players represent them.
Our first competition was in 2019 during the South Pacific game, but during that time there were no local players, only represented by a few Chinese, because they are the only ones who actually play badminton in Solomons. So this year, it's so fortunate that we got some interested from local athletes, so we train them and participate.
The team is happy to be in the games and meet other professionals on the court.
I should say it's an opportunity to meet not only athletes but those also who are promoting badminton in the Pacific. So to be here, it's really great because we actually experience not only playing, but we actually use the proper facilities like nets and everything.
The Solomon Islands badminton team came in last in the mixed team event. They will be pushing hard in the individual tournament for a chance to advance to the quarterfinals tomorrow. Reporting for KSPN News, I am Sally Lemus.
Golfers competed in their 3rd day of the competition, completing 18 holes at Coral Ocean Resort Golf Course. The latest results just came down a couple hours before news time. Adriana Cotero has more.
The competition is intensifying, as golfers have one more day to give it their all if they want to see gold. Ranked in first place for the men's individual division is New Caledonia's Hugo Koch. He scored 2 above par and has a cumulative score of 219. 3 men are in the race for second, Guam's Reg Camacho and Ivan Sablan, along with New Caledonia's Gil Casting. All 3 golfers have a cumulative score of 221. The men's team division standings are as follows. Tied for first place is New Caledonia and Guam, both having a 662 score. Ranked third is the Northern Mariana Islands with a 704 score. As for the women's team division, in the lead is New Caledonia, having a 720 cumulative score. Following behind in second is Guam with 748, and Tahiti in third with 749. Topping the scoreboard for the women's individual division is our very own Northern Mariana Islands Zeeman Jin. She scored a 77 today, adding to her total cumulative score of 233. New Caledonia is ranked second with Samoa in third place. The golf athletes return to hole number 1 tomorrow, June 24th at 7 a.m. for their final day of the competition. At the 18th hole, the women and men champions will be announced for the 2022 Pacific Mini Games. Reporting for KSPN2 News, I'm Adriana Cotero.
And a shot right. Base hit for David Paglinan.
Baseball action starting to heat up in the minigames of the Marianas. Guam beat previously unbeaten Palau last night to claim the top seed in men's baseball. Going into last night's matchup, Palau was 3-0 and Guam was 2-1. With a victory, Palau would take the 1 seed and the NMI would be 2, with Guam coming in at 3 and Fiji at 4. But Guam had other ideas as they jumped out to a big lead in the first inning with 6 runs before Palau settled down. Big crowd at Tanco Field. Palau threatened later in the game, but Guam's starting pitcher made a quality start, and Guam added a run later in the game. They take the match 7-2. That leaves 3 teams at 3-1 after pool play. Guam, Palau, and NMI finished with identical records, which means a tiebreaker system is used, and Guam came out on top with the fewest runs allowed. Palau will be seeded 2, and the NMI is seeded 3. What does that mean? Well, it means the NMI scheduled to play the afternoon game today against the 4-seed Fiji, and then Guam and Palau, 1 and 2 seeds, will face each other again tonight. The winner of that game will play for the gold medal on Friday. The loser of that game plays the winner of NMI and Fiji earlier in the day tomorrow, with the winner of that game advancing to a 1-game take-all game for the gold medal. Sally Lemus down on the field with reaction.
What can you tell us about tonight's game? You guys went undefeated, for a while. What happened tonight?
And we start slow, in the first inning we had some errors and bad pitching, but along the way we got it, but it was too late to, the Guam game strong. So hopefully now we know, so after the game, so during our minute tonight, we'll talk to the boys that we know the feeling. With losing, so, yeah.
Hi, I'm Franklin Nanetti, and I'm a pitcher for Team Guam.
All right, so tell us, you were the starting pitcher. You had a lot of strikeouts. What can you say about tonight's game?
I was kind of nervous in the beginning, but right before the game started and we went out on defense, I had to flip that switch and turn into game mode.
All right, and what were some of the strategies that you had in mind for tonight's game?
Just work to stay ahead in the count, and hardly have any walks.
All right, awesome. And then just what do you think of Team Palau?
They are a decent team because we have challenged them before in a friendship tournament. But I'm glad my team kept pushing to the very end, and I'm glad we came to get this dub.
My name is David Pangilinan. I'm a catcher for Team Guam.
All right, what can you say about tonight's game?
It was just the boys. The boys' energy is the one that brought it up. We've been looking forward for this game ever since the day one. And, Palau brings it all the time. And it's this time that Guam brings it this time.
I'm Javier Concepcion. I play third base.
All right, you guys won tonight's game. How does it feel?
Feels good. Our last game before medal games. Glad we get to come out strong. Stay fighting through the whole game and end it on top.
All right, and what does this win mean to you?
This win's just beginning. We're not here to celebrate yet. We got 2 more games to go to hopefully bring home gold to Guam.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
The Tan Soo Lin Foundation promotes the culture of giving back. The foundation and its generous partners are committed to supporting programs that include health, education, and sports. Initiatives that promote arts and culture, the environment, and tourism will benefit our community and our residents. Giving back and making a difference will help ensure that the island paradise we call home will be a better place to live.
And that does it for our Thursday night broadcast of the games, but keep it tuned to Channel 2 because we are replaying special Pacific mini game stories throughout the day.
And as always, you can watch tonight's news or past night's broadcast at KSPN2.com and on our YouTube on the Flame Tree TV production channel.
Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Good night, Marianas.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to go over the cable lat pull down. Now, what we want to remember with machine-based exercises, there's really no right or wrong way of doing it. There's multiple ways of executing the exercise. What you'll often see is lifters executing the exercise in this fashion, and instead of working the muscles of your upper back, you're just irritating the shoulder joint, which is what you don't want. All right, let's clean that up a little bit. Let's sit upright a little bit more. Okay, as you get a full stretch, bring it down with your elbows coming in. So So in general, as you set up this way, you're going to be feeling majority of the impulse right here, which is your lats. Okay? He's getting a full stretch and he's getting a full squeeze in the bottom.